I can't believe I actually have to make this video, but I'm going to go ahead and make it, alright? So with this video, I'm going to be debunking a lot of rumors about Dragon Ball Super that have not been revealed yet. So let's get right into it. So it really sucks that so many people go out there and spread misleading information or get confused, and then one person spreads it to the next person, so on and so forth. And that's how lies get spread. And it's always kind of been like this in Dragon Ball, even all the way back to the 90s. This is nothing new. It's just kind of frustrating to me that with the internet now and people's inability to think that, I mean, I'm just being honest here, that, these lies get spread. So let's debunk a few of these lies. Number one, there is absolutely no way that this show or any television show in the history of mankind is ever going to get greenlit for 100 or 200 episodes. It's not happening. I don't care where you read it. I don't care who you heard it from. There is absolutely no way that Dragon Ball Super is going to be a quote 100. It might be 100 episodes, but it's not going to get greenlit for 100 episodes because there's no way a company is going to invest in creating 100 episodes, and then by episode 30, if the show tanks, you've just lost a shit ton of money. That's not how it works in the television industry, both in North America or in Japan. You get greenlit for a certain number of episodes. If they are successful, you make more. That's how it works. Nobody is going to be greenlighting 200 episodes off the hop. If Dragon Ball Super is a success right away, and if Dragon Ball Super does well, then yes, it's going to get more episodes. If Dragon Ball Super does not do well, which is a possibility, even though I'm a Dragon Ball fan, it might not do what Toei predicts it will do, then it's not going to be that long. Plus, how much storyline is Toriyama going to give them? We don't know this. So, again, no matter what you've been reading or hearing, no. Is it 26 episodes? That's another lie. We don't know how many episodes this show is going to be. That's the bottom line. We do not know. Nobody knows, including the people who are making this motherfucker. They don't know. Because if it blows up, we'll get more. That's a guarantee. This rumor started from an article in some kind of magazine from South America. I don't remember which one, but they basically were implying that if the show is popular, it could be 100 episodes or more. And somebody took that as, oh, it's going to be 100 episodes. That's how lies get spread, folks. No. Bottom line, we don't know how many episodes it's going to be. Another big rumor that's been going around is that Bardock and Gine are going to come back. I don't know who starts these rumors. I'm pretty sure this also came from Latin America. I've criticized in the past about how certain YouTubers, who I'm not going to mention, like to use clickbait YouTube videos. Like they'll put on their blah, 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 Brawly coming back, and which is just obvious bullshit. And then when you click it, they tell you, oh, well, is he going to come back? They put the question mark at the end to hide it. Well, here's the reality. Latin America is legit like the kings of this, even worse than anybody in North America. So a lot of you guys have speculated that I'm talking about a certain YouTuber. No, it's not anybody who you know. It's actually a lot of the Latin Americans because they start this shit. And I'm very ashamed, yo. I'm very ashamed because I don't understand why they make up these lies. I don't get what they get out of it with the exception of a couple of YouTube clicks. That has to be the only reason. They set up their fucking monetization on YouTube. People click their video and they get paid for it. They get paid to spread lies. And it pisses me off because people should just unsubscribe from them and just tell them to fuck off, but it never seems to happen. They always seem to get an audience based on lies. We heard rumors, and it wasn't really a rumor. It was not a rumor, but people were saying that Bardock was coming back for Fakata no F and for Battle of Gods. Where do these things even get started? Why would Bardock even come back? It's almost, Bardock and Brawly are two of like the most popular Dragon Ball characters that people want to see come back, but there's no logical storyline reason for them to come back. Will Toriyama make one up? It's possible, but nothing at all has led us in that direction. Nothing. So again, the rumors of Bardock and Gine coming back, lies. Lies. Another misconception is that the manga adaptation of Dragon Ball Super is going to be written by Toriyama. It is not. It's going to be written by Toyotaro, aka Toyble. And those who don't know who that is, he is the artist who drew the Dragon Ball AF manga and was actually so talented. And this is a great story if you ask me. Such a fan. All he did was write fan manga. He actually was hired by Toei to do the manga adaptation for Fakatsu no F and for Dragon Ball Super. And the other big misconception is that when the Dragon Ball manga for Dragon Ball Super was announced, people are now saying that, oh, well, that makes Dragon Ball Super canon. I'm really tired of the freaking canon thing. Guys, don't worry so much about what isn't canon. People are going to take whatever they want and make it canon depending on their likes and dislikes. There's fans out there who will take Broly, who's clearly not canon, quote unquote, and say he's canon just because they like him. That's how canon, the argument of what isn't canon is going to go on forever until Toei and Toriyama come out with an official list of what is and isn't canon, and it hasn't happened yet. So forget it even thinking about it. But here's where the confusion lies. The difference between Dragon Ball and Z and Super is that Dragon Ball was a manga first and it was adapted into an anime, right? That's what you should know this if you're a Dragon Ball fan. Dragon Ball Super is the opposite. It's an anime that's going to get a manga adaptation. No, this does not make Dragon Ball Super any more canon than it was before. If Akira Toriyama is writing the storyline of Dragon Ball Super, right? And if in your mind you believe that the only thing that is considered canon is what Toriyama writes, then the anime is what he's writing, not the manga. The manga is based on the anime. It's kind of like how in Marvel, you've got Captain America, the comic. Then you've got Captain America Civil War. Then you've got the official Captain America Civil War comic, which hasn't come out yet. Disney will put out a comic that goes with the movie, not with the comic book canon. Do you understand? So the manga that's coming out for Dragon Ball Super has absolutely no bearing whatsoever on what is and isn't canon because Toriyama's not even drawing the fucking thing. He's doing the TV show. You know, the manga's just there for people to read. Like, the only reason I could even think of them to do this is A, to promote the show, and B, to put out books so people will buy them. There's no other reason for them to do a manga adaptation other than that because the source material of the story will be the anime. So, again, where's the logic in saying that if there's a manga adaptation that's not even drawn by Toriyama at all, how does that validate the super canon? Well, it doesn't. Bottom line is this. You have to figure out in your own mind what is and isn't canon. If you think that Toriyama's work is all that's canon, if in other words, if in your mind only the stuff that Toriyama wrote is canon, then at that point, Super is canon because he's writing the story. But he's not writing the day-to-day scripts. So, again, that semi-canon, it's a mess, all right? Dragon Ball canon is a mess. But that's besides the point. Another rumor is that Super's going to be racing GT. Guys, Toei Animation said in 2013 when Battle of Gods came out that GT is just a side story and that's it. And it's like, a lot of people must not have known about this. It's on Kanzenshu. I'm not making this up. They said it. So if you want to consider GT canon, that's fine. That's totally up to you. Whatever. It's just Toei said it's not. Like, that's what they said when Battle of Gods came out because it doesn't make any sense. Another thing that I've constantly seen is people speculating about future Trunks. I feel like sometimes, you know, it's almost like a conveyor belt of ideas here, you know, over and over again. There's absolutely, as of right now, zero reason to believe that future Trunks is going to be in this show or even ever come back in Dragon Ball. Again, the only thing that we know about this show as of right now is the press release, the name of the show, the director, and that Toriyama wrote the story and some of the producers, and that Nozawa's back. And there's going to be great fights. That's it. That's all we know. We don't know about Future Trunks. We don't know about Bardock or Gine. Very doubtful. We don't know about new forms. We don't know about gods. We don't even know what Beerus and Whis' role is going to be. We don't know about Pan. We don't know about Brawl. And it's cool to do speculation videos and articles and things like that. What I have a problem with is when people go out there and claim that, and again, this is mostly Latin America, and it bums me out when they go out there and they claim Bardock and Gine confirmed when nothing is confirmed. So, like always, folks, don't be fooled. Spread the word about this channel because I'm going to be hitting you with the real shit. When I find out, I'll let you know. I will let you know. These videos, like where I'm just talking, aren't as complicated as like the Dragon Ball in-depth videos. Like I usually get them up pretty quickly. So, if it's just me talking, it's about news or whatever, I'll have it up. No problem. And again, the problem is that, the lies kind of spread. So there's a lot of really good people, like good YouTubers out there who are confused themselves. Some of your favorite Dragon Ball YouTubers might not know what's going on because of this misinformation. Again, probably from Latin America. So the best thing to do, guys, is if you don't want to, like if you're, if you want to get like the legit shit, keep an eye on the legit websites like Kanzenshu, Shonen Games is another one. The real legit websites, Anime News Network, if something breaks, they'll have it. Anybody else just kind of, again, there's a few other websites. I'm not gonna diss anybody. I'm really not. But those are the ones that are 100% legit. So thanks for watching, and leave a comment below if you have one. Hope you all have a great one. Remember to subscribe and also follow me on Twitter and other social media. Check out my website and communicate with me directly.